Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you. It is Midday Money, Tuesday, the 13th of February. Welcome on into the show. I'm busting out the Stay in Action Roxy pen. I met Roxy when I was in Vegas out in August. So the Roxy pen makes an appearance today on the Midday Money Show. At Mr. Sean Higgs on Twitter. YouTube winning free picks and also the Sean Higgs channel. Give both a follow if you haven't already. Give them the thumbs up. There you go. Where's the little like button? You can do that as well. Yes, I gave a little country rundown because we are in podcast form at Pandora, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google, Amazon, Apple, whatever. There's a whole, wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find it. Over 10,000 US. Super duper. And like I said about some of the One Pieces, I guess I got to get my soccer up for New Zealand, Belgium, Qatar. I'm a little disappointed in the Irish. You potato-eating freaks. One person Ireland, one Italian. Is that because I say I don't like pasta? Is that how we roll? I'm not a big pasta guy. The Italians over there. All right. I see how it is. India, I see out there. 7 people in India. 7 downloads. Got to get cricket picks coming soon. I need a cricket specialist to help me out. Let me tweet these out over in the Twitter world. One, we have a subtraction from last night's show. We have a subtraction. I gotta say, I didn't give my Mr. Numbers. I come here, Mr. Numbers, sometimes. We mention Mr. Numbers. He comes in, he harasses the Earls sometimes in the comments section, and he'll go in Dave Rogers, and I don't say harass. He says his little piece. You have to, whatever, win or lose, Mr. Numbers is there. He had a dime on KC. He said if they lost, he'd never show up again. I was like, listen, if they lose, they'll show up. It's, take your lumps. He was upset I didn't mention him on the Sunday night show. So I said, all right, I forgot. I do try to give shout outs to people on Twitter sometimes. Although when it's like ridiculous stuff, I try not to use their names. I'm like, I just kind of round about things. Because I don't, honestly, I don't keep notifications on my phone. The text code, sometimes I'll put, for my mail, maybe I have notifications on. But I don't really see a lot of stuff. I don't know. If you need to get me, I guess you call me or text me. And even text, if it's a group text, I rarely pay attention to those. That's just me. Where are we at? Recapping yesterday's action. I can't complain. We had a winning day on the site. 2-1 with college basketball. 1-2 here in the video with college hoops. NBA was a winner there. Today's picks. Let's get out today's picks. What do we at? A 325 mark for today's action. Put them up in the chat. They're up in the chat. They're down in the chat. They're scrolling and they're hanging steady. We'll start back to front. Oilers under 6.5. We are 15-16 plus 150 on the ice here in the video. On the sites, a tidy 60%, I think, 32-21. So again, this is a free pick show. I do try to give out good plays here. You do get some premium sometimes. I can't give them all out because people pay for picks. It's just that's wrong to do. And listen, you want to support the show? You can spend $30 for a week. Why not? $30 for a week. It's $1. It's like coming in $1 a day. I think it's worth it. You buy that one. You should buy that at least once every other month, and you'll get some plays here. So 15-16 plus 150 with hockey. Under the Oilers 6.5. Again, 32-21 on the season. 60% in hockey. NBA, I removed Miami. It is off the board for today. Officially, we are on the Sacramento Kings plus 5 for the video. 40-28 plus 41-28 plus 860 with the Jazz winner last night. 41-28. So we will take that. Thank you. Again, on the sites, 23-19, 22-15 along those lines, depending on the site. Around 27-23. So 55, 56, 57% around those numbers. Again, 41-28 here. Kings get the call. College hoops, we are down in the chat. 147, 153. 6 games under 500, work to do. Although January has been kind to us since January 1st. We are 55%, 131 and 109. That is a 55% clip since January 1. We are still a few games under 500. So again, well, still 2 full months. We got this month and a lot of college basketball in March. So we'll run down. We got the Illini under 153.5, LSU plus a 10.5, Baylor minus 6.5, GW plus 9.5, Butler plus 4.5, Providence on the money line. They are not minus 110 points. And I do have 3, 6, 9 games on the site, and we have 6 here. So there is that. Anything else to report on the day? Not much. We gave you the country rundown I said I was going to do. I mentioned last night with Mondays being light and Fridays light for the next week or so before conference tournaments start up. I will get into some MLB totals. So there is that. Maybe we'll take I'm not going to jump into the wins and homer kind of MVP rookie of the year kind of stuff until March, though. I think that covers about everything. See who's in the house. Anthony's in the house. Illinois under 53.5. Evansville plus 8. Top bet Providence money line. And which on Providence, I do like Evansville versus Drake. We mentioned this last night. You were probably fast asleep. Drake 97-48 crushed Evansville last time they played. So you think they show up here at home? Yes. A Medigan, really? I'm a Medigan Italian. Nobody wants to watch. All right, I see how we are. Medigan. Here we go. Gig D's in the house. What do you say? Michael B's in the place to be. Passports. Fact show never sponsor a group test unless it's looking at Tuch's college basketball plays. Yeah, I tell my kids, I was like, oh, did you get the thing? I said, it's a group text. I do not respond to a group text. I don't know. And that's just wrong because I should. I'm a phone call guy. I try to teach my kids, pick up the damn phone and call somebody instead of typing, bruh, K. Uh-huh. Yep. It's like, what was it? Cable Guy with Jim Carrey's like, you need human contact. Or Matthew Broderick's in it. Jessica says, Islanders on the ice today. The Iceman saying New York Islanders. Oh, Jesse. It's a 160 mark. I'm going to have to puck line that guy. Michael B says, Virginia Pitt over to 122. Do you like the over in that game, huh? I see a low total like that, and I think, you have to play unders that, right? High overs, low unders. They're trying to scare you to go opposite directions. I did put the question mark next to Virginia. I thought about maybe taking the Cavaliers there. Cincy, I got it here. They're playing Iowa State, 10th ranked Iowa State. Providence at home. We have them here on the money line. San Diego State, Syracuse first half versus Carolina. I like them as a little home doggy there. Nevada to get it done. First half there versus New Mexico. Not at the Pit. Over. This come down with Kentucky. Hold on a second. Nevada first half and over 162.5. I guess this is the Kentucky game because it says you got Kentucky and overs have been almost automatic versus Ole Miss. Yeah, this was a 165 last night. 165. Mr. Oriole. Good day. I say 7-1 fade me today. 7-1 day that the fade trade comes at. I don't know about that. Dayton, yes, because I like Duquesne here. Whiskey I could agree with. BYU over Central Florida. I would lean towards Central Florida, although it's up to a 12. This was a 10 last night, so I would obviously want a couple extra points with Central Florida. See how they respond to the elevation. Davidson under versus LaSalle. You know me. Lionel Simmons, baby, the L train. Old school 1990s LaSalle. BYU under Baylor over 143 and a half versus the Oklahoma Sooners. I think did Ross have that? Did I mean Ross Jesse this show? I think Ross had that over. It was Jesse. I forget. I forgot he. Michael B. I took Georgetown plus 19, 6-2 on against the spread on the road. They lose by 10-12. Listen, 19 points is just a monster number here. With 17, Creighton, pretty good club. It's just winning by 20s is. You think Georgetown improve as the season goes on with Cooley. Michael B says Pistons versus the Lakers. Pistons have been on a great ATS run, and the Lakers, I can see them coasting through this game. They have been off a couple days, LA. I mentioned this the other day when we're talking about the Lake Show. I said, "Oh, when do they play again?" They weren't playing. I said, "Is it a fade spot for them, or you jump on them in their next game?" But do you want to lay 10 with LA? Big win for them over New Orleans. Detroit. 1, 2, 3, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1 last 7 covering. 8-2 last 10. I don't hate it. Nick Nasty's in the house. Blues money line. Write it down. I love it. I love it. Nick Nasty's like, get the pen out, Higgs. St. Louis money line. Plus 175. Write it down. Write it down. Nick Nasty. Loved it. Love it, Nick Nasty. Love it. And she likes the Islander pick. Miz only 20 plays today. Hey, listen, I got 9 in college basketball, so it's all right. Saying hello to the King, St. Louis, Cable Guy. Dude, Cable Guy's an underrated movie because at the time, Carrie was like, Liar, Liar, Dumb and Dumber, a bunch of comedies. And he plays like this, it's a dark role for him. Like, Carrie could act. You saw him in like Eternal Sunshine, A Spotless Mind, and was a Man on the Moon. He played Andy Kaufman, the Truman Show. I like Jim Carrey. The physical comedy. Forget about when he was like the women weightlifter on Living Color. Cable Guy's so classic lines. He's like, just promise me you won't go bungee jump into Mexico. They just don't have the regulations. Like there are funny lines in Cable Guy. Gabe's a Jersey cat. I was torn on coming up for the fan cave this year for Super Bowl and March Madness. I just have a lot of stuff planned out in March coming up. I don't know when I'm gonna. Probably at this point it's gonna be like a football game in September. We got Vegas in August for Bet Bash. Cable Guy. Then they're at medieval times. They're at medieval times. I love that. Medieval times. I went on a class trip with my kids both times when their school went. They sell at medieval times literal like heavy duty like wooden axes. Like you could like kids are like clubbing, a bunch of like 7-year-olds are clubbing each other in the hallway. They're like heavy duty wood. Hit the like button, guys. Take a pen out. UEFA Cup Repexig Repegs over 3 goals at soccer. All right, I got to find a spot on my 2 pages here. UEFA Cup. Repzig over 3 goal. Tooch is in the house. Here's the Tooch man. Finally got done writing his Super Bowl report. My number makes Virginia Pitt 128, so 6 points value. Sorry, Kentucky Ole Miss. I got you. I'm not going to lie. The line movement concerns me in that game. If it goes back up, I may buy it. Yeah, I mean, part of me wants to take Mississippi in that game. That was the initial thing, like, wow, I'm going to be getting 8.5 points with a Kentucky team that's lost, what, 3 in a row at home or something like that? Like, how do you not bet the ranch on Kentucky? But yeah, they have lost, so you're not due to win, right? We hope in one hand, we poop in the other, and then we need a bunch of fresh scent soap to clean our hands off. And Ole Miss on the road, I think they played Auburn and they got trucked. So it's Kentucky's similar talented team. That's just a no play for me. I know it's a marquee game, but Pats, it's 2-1 day yesterday. Both home doggies outright. Nichols and the Word lost Duke over. I did cash on Southern, Texas Tech, and I lost Bucknell, I believe, in overtime. That overtime's kill me, man. Overtime's just kill me. Hurt me on Sunday. I had somebody in overtime go lose by like 10 in overtime. Ridiculous. Next, I say I'm on the over Suns, Pistons, and under Thunder. So, Suns over against Sacramento. I don't hate it because I like the Kings. Uh, Pistons over Lakers. Why not? Pistons are putting points on the board. I don't hate that one. They're covering numbers, which means they're got to be doing some scoring. Thunder under versus the Magic. Sure, that's fine. The line has moved down also. Providence money line. I got them here. Providence minus 110. That's not 110 points. Newbies. That is a money line play. I should just put ML. Clear it up for everybody. And the over Red Wings. We are against each other. I know you said Dallas yesterday as well, Nick. Sean, you forgot it was your assigned game and you have Baylor. Forgot. Yeesh. Did I have the Baylor? What was the? Well, I know I had Baylor playing this. That's right. I did have Baylor. That's why I have him here in the chat. What was the other game? Didn't he have a total in one game, Jesse? It's like, you know what it is? It's not about showing your age. It's like you do. So I had that free pick game. I got tomorrow's stuff down for South Carolina, Auburn. I'm ahead on who did I got? Marquette, UConn Saturday. I have to get a game for Lenny tomorrow. I have games in here. You know what it is, Jess. You start doing videos, you're just all over the place and forgetting. Like I'm doing the days. I'm like, my day says the 13th when I'm doing a late show, and it's really the 14th. So I got to put like for the next day. And I'm like, did I word this right? Because it's Tuesday. Is it Wednesday yet? Monday or Tuesday? They all go together, Jessica. And you're on the other side of the world. You should know this. Pistons money line on LeBron under all props. Says Pound It Sports and Joe Adele authenticated cards. Michael Bay. I almost want to take the Magic here 2.5 versus the Thunder. I don't know if it's a stinky line. I mean, the Magic are pretty good at home. They're 17-7 at home. It's not like they're a bad team. We've had the Magic a few times. I mean, I kind of like the Magic, but I guess it's a stinky spot for the fact that the Thunder are what the top team in the West, or they're tied with the Wolves or whatever they are. I get it. OB. Let's get some tickets. That is the name of the game. That is the name of the game. We're trying, OB. The Miz is in the house. Duke game. Teams are 13 of 51 from 3. I don't know. Never in doubt cover for Duke here in the chat. We got 2 likes in Facebook. I love it. Dennis O'Brien and Mike Downey coming through with the likes. It makes it worthwhile when somebody likes on Facebook. Thank you for that. Thank you for the likes on Facebook. We got a good afternoon. Listen, it could be good morning. It could be for me. I'm Central Time. It's early. It's after 11, and I know Michael B is a West Coaster, so it's 9 over there, and it could be nighttime somewhere else. As I mentioned, we do have people in Romania watching, and Qatar. Where was it? 2 people in Botswana. What's the time of Botswana? Nick Nasty, do you know the time of Botswana? Love the name Tooch. He's the Tooch. He's an Italian, Nick. Me, Tooch, and Panda get together. You got 3 fat Italians talking pasta and cream sauces, focaccia breads, and gavadil and broccoli. and occasionally we talk some sports. Gavatellis. Today's what you call Terrible Tuesday for me. Oh, Miz. Let's not, Mr. Oriole. Let's. I think last year, was it last year or the year before? It was like, bet against the Phillies on Tuesday. Was it bet against the Phillies on Tuesday or bet on the Phillies on Tuesday? I got to say, I like not to bet the Phillies this year. I don't know. What's that team total for Philadelphia? 90.5 wins. 3-1 to win. See, I don't think there's any value picking anybody in that. I think Atlanta is the best team. I think they're better than the Dodgers. I hit the under in the TCU game in Kansas. Nice one. Kansas, no showing again on the road. No showing again on the road. How'd you like Bet Bash Red just banking AC last March? Listen, it was all right, Gabe. I was like a duck out of water there. Like these cats, I don't know. I mean, Gabe, we met. You know me. I'm a grinder. I'm a one man band, just churning through, making my little bit of money. These guys here are looking for partnerships. Hey, jump in our group. We're renting, 200 grand a game. I'm not bet 200,000 a game. I mean, where you get? I didn't understand how you got people. And again, I think my sharp has, a little better than the average better, right? I'm doing this for a long time. I make money. It's where my income comes from. How are people at this place having? Oh, do you need somebody to bet with? We can get you hooked up with some kind of syndicate or betting group. We could also get you places to get down bet. Who who is the book that wants to take $200,000 bets from somebody? Where are you laying those off to? Where are you laying? I mean, you get knocked down putting in $300 bets at FanDuel and DraftKings and BetMGM and stuff here. Who is taking $200,000 bets? Oh man, we got to scale you up. You got to make more money. I mean, listen, I'm $200,000 bets. Why are you coming in here hanging out with 100 people? 500 people. I, eh, I mean, I'll probably go next year just because I go out for for the tournaments for the contests. Um, Listen, I had a good little hookup with one person. Worked out well. I think it's gonna pay off a little bit coming up in this football season with something I might have going on. But it's all right. I Now I don't know. I see he wants to. eh, The panels are fun. I wanted to like kind of speak up at one of the panels. They're talking about people on Twitter, and um, it was stuff between I think some of the guys from Rez and Darren Revel, and some kind of back and forth stuff. I really wanted to sort of get involved in the conversation, but I was, no, it was all right. I mean, will I go back? Listen, I was there for a week. I was there from Sunday to Saturday. That is a long time in Vegas for a guy who's not really a drinker. I didn't drink when I was out there. I mean, listen, chicken wings and turkey clubs. I'm down for a party. I'm not a full blown degenerate sitting at craps tables with these guys. I'm not out acting a fool. So, you know, I'm more sit in a book, do my work. I like to go and walk around. I went to the Mom Museum, you know, at the VSIN Studios, went down to South Point, saw the guys over there, you know. But I mean, I'll probably go back. I did the VIP package, which was cool. Met Billy Walters. I saw Billy Walters after the fact. I was at South Point, and he walked in, and I got to chat with him actually one on one for a few minutes, which was interesting. But it was worth it. I guess going to the Legacy Club for a private party is pretty awesome. King D saying hi to Nick. Pounded says OT hasn't been kind to you on Sunday. Wichita State game was yeah. I mean, what was that? Are you kidding me? Oh yeah. Oh, he had Iowa State, and both of you and I had the Bearcats. Yes, I thought so. Didn't he like it over in one game? I thought he liked the total. I don't know. It all blends together, Jess. It all blends together. I mean, I, I gotta print out for tomorrow's games already. That's where I'm at. Today's over. I went undefeated today. Kindy's looking for hockey. St. Louis Blues. Yes. You're being overworked. You need to ask for time off. It's not like overworked. It's just the days run together. I finished up the day show. I got all my stuff ready, printed out, ready for the tomorrow's games. And then around, I guess, 5 o'clock, I start getting the lines for tomorrow's games. I'll set up the room for tonight's late show. And I was setting up the morning show the next morning. I'm like, you know what? Let me set it up the night before. It's a little easier. Get them both done at once. I don't know. It's just they just run all together. Like I'm days ahead, and now I got baseball on my plate. Looking at that stuff. Like he says, Sabonis triple double tonight versus Suns. He had a triple double in 4 of the last 5 games he's played against Phoenix. All right, I can do some Sabonis triple double. Loved his old man for Portland. Plus 175 plus money. We like it. Not like the triple doubles for Joker, which are even money, or like Judge to get an RBI. Judge did homer minus 105. I mean, like 20 minutes past midnight in the land of smiles. There we go. I'm watching from the Bermuda Triangle. Well, hey, someone did watch from the Bahamas, so that was close to the Bermuda Triangle. Do we believe? I'm going to do a conspiracy show. Bermuda Triangle, is it real? False? What is that? We'll do Bermuda Triangle, Sasquatch, and what else can we do? I mean, aliens are just such a broad thing. What's the other one? Bermuda Triangle and a Sasquatch Yeti special. What do you think about Otani over under 39.5 homers? Yeah, I would lean under just because it's a new league. Savez Ravine, more of a pitcher's park. Definitely no MVP for this cat. He's not pitching. If he's just a hitter, he's a good hitter. I mean, he's not an MVP. I'm taking bets over him out there on the Dodgers for an MVP. Him and Acuna, probably the 2 best MVP bets in the National League. I mean, unless somebody has a monster breakout year, like Pete Alonso goes 45 and like 140 ribbies or something, and the Mets make a wild card. Maybe he gets some thoughts, but the other 2 guys, I mean, they're 2 30-30 guys. Acuna could be a 40-40 guy. Magic under, yes, and Illinois under tonight. I don't hate them both. I mean, right off the bat, we have the Illinois under here, and I like the Magic under. It's come down. Ride it. Pat, it says player props for season long. I always look for an under. It's easier to hit an under than an over. Yeah, over. I mean, it's a long season. Guys get hurt. And then the fact you have a guy who gets traded, and then those numbers are moot. Yeah, like Otani would have got dealt last year. He's not winning the AL MVP. That's why we said grab a little Corey Seager in that spot. Unders, yeah, they are tough hit overs. Opinion on Bruins under and Oilers under. Well, I have the Oilers under in the chat as well. Boom, Oilers under 6.5. And who is it? Boston under against Tampa Bay. This creeped up. Wow. This is interesting. So is this a 6.5? Am I seeing a 6.5 on this one? Tampa Bay, 4th road game. Let's say 13th. So that's 8, 9, 10, 3, and 5. Well, it's not really that. They're kind of spread out. 7, 8, 10 is close ones. 13, so they have 3 days off. Boston 4 straight at home, not scoring at all. Lose 3-0, 4-0 winner, and 4-1 winner. I like the under. I mean, the defense is there. I know they got to score something offensively. Maybe Tampa gives them something. I'll tell you what. I mean, I don't want to take Boston minus 150 here, though. That's not where I want to be. Give me the under. Drove Dink to the first Bet Bash in Jersey City. I think, Dink. he must pass away like right after that one. How'd you know Dink? One of the Markel's in the house. Toto's, it was only an hour ago. I know. Listen, I am. Once it's done, Jesse, I say it here like better forget it. I move on. I don't even. I have trouble remembering. I thought for sure I thought he liked one of the overs in something. I've been seeing a lot of love for Iowa State. What do you think about under 136 Bearcats? Well, yeah. Why wouldn't there be love for Iowa State? They're only ranked in the top 10, and they're an underdog today versus a Cincy team that's definitely nothing special. Over in the Marquette game. Okay. Under Iowa and Cincy, Cuse over. I like the Cuse under. Give me the Cuse under. You want to go under Cincy? I do not hate it. Money Michael says a triple double for Sabonis. He agrees with. Pan says out to call you. I got a bunch of MLB futures to go over. Let's go. Let's go. Just win totals, right? I haven't dove into home run props or none of that stuff yet. Like I mean, Amakel, not a big play, but some nice plus 175. Sean, why is there so much turnover in these YouTube capping shows? Because I guess Ramon Morning Steam is canceled. Why is there so much turnover? What do you mean? Well, I mean, I think Ramon's show is more of a football kind of based show, right? After football season, a lot of shows just go away till next year, right? Like, let's be honest. I did the Look At a Line show. I started it. It was a conference tournament. Like, hey, there's conference tournaments tomorrow at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Let's talk about these games beforehand. And it was all through March. And then it was like baseball, like, all right, we'll talk about it a little bit. We got, let's talk about some pitchers tomorrow going. And, but then by June, it's like, all right, I'm not doing like a Look At Line show like every day. Like, people aren't running to bet baseball overnights. There's no more NBA. So I feel probably that with NFL totally over, that's probably why. What other shows are off? I don't even know. Ramon does a good job. When I went over in that game, probably an idiot on the Suns. I don't like the Suns. Solar signed by the Giants, 3 years, 42 mil. I love it. I really like Solar, and that's a good contract. Solar's a good bat. Nice little power bat for the lineup. Decent deal, 3 for 42. I mean, not bad. It's going great. Eric says, Higgs, how you been, Eric? How do you do with a book who grades a play as a loss or as a win? I got a plus $7 grade a loss while 3 of my other books graded the same play as a win this Sunday. Did you write to him? Be like, hey, what happened here? What play was it? What was the play? MLB starting this month. It's fun to bet on. So, baseball preseason, spring training does start February 22nd. Dodgers, Padres, first game on the board. I believe that game is, I don't know, probably on the MLB Network, right? Something. They'll do. I mean, it's a random 3 o'clock game on a Thursday. What happened to Blondie Alley when you started? When I started, listen, I was on YouTube way before Allie Burns joined Picks Parlays. She left Picks Parlays. She was on the channel with us, and then she left to go to work with Wager Talk, and she was doing a show with Burns, like Burns and Burns. I don't know what happened to that show. Nature Boy, woo! Give me Islanders over. Jesse likes the Islanders. You like the over. So I guess Islanders puck line and the overs a play. Parlay time. It's a parlay party, Detroit Lenny style. I kind of get them. Of course, it will not change it. Well, we're friends on Twitter. Shoot me a message. Let me know what the book is and stuff like that. I want to see what it was. And did you say, hey, with all these other books graded as a win? Put them on blast on Twitter. I went on Twitter one time, and it was for a friend And it was stupid. I think it was BetMGM. It was during the COVID year, and it was a little bet. It was like $150 bet or $100 bet. Tampa Bay win total, and they went over the win total like August, and they didn't pay. I'm like, can I get a? They're over their win total. They're in the playoffs. It's the second round of the playoffs. You're telling me they didn't win 30 games. They're on their like 49th win of the whatever it was, and I had to like just harass them for $100 or $120 or whatever. It wasn't even my play. It was just the point of it. It's the point that if you don't complain about something as small as that, and again, people say like, "Oh, you argue with them for the bad beat refund." I'm not looking for a refund. I don't care if it's $1, 100, 1,000, 10,000. The bet wins. Pay your bet. Pay it. If three other sports, see, here's the thing though. With that, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It could be some kind of exotic, and they're saying no, it didn't happen. Read the fine print. Yeah, I know he died a couple of years ago. Oh, I didn't know you. That's good. All right. Gabe's an old school guy. No one think. Should have got a. Did you get a cameo in his movie? Should have been in. Could have been in a movie with him. David E. What are your thoughts on Colorado State plus the 6? I'm not like Colorado State there. Give me San Diego State there. Looks don't run to take Colorado State. I know they're a good program, good little team. Mountain West is tough. Them, San Diego, uh, Boise, Nevada, New Mexico. This spot here, though, if you look at the Colorado State on the road, some of these losses here. All right, Wyoming, more of a fluke loss. Nevada, though, lose by 13. Boise, lose by 7. Utah State, you're losing to the better teams on the road. San Diego State, definitely one of the better teams. And you just beat them in a spot where we said to take Colorado State at home. So, revenge spot, home teams getting it done in college basketball. We'll probably just throw my money. Well, send me a thing. Let me see what it is. I mean, maybe I could give you my thought on it, why they're saying it's not a win, and others said it was. Nick Nacy's agreeing with the King. Michael B. Giant signing solo got me excited for baseball, so I brought a couple of Kyle Harrison PSA 10 Stop Chrome rookie refractors. I hope Pounded's still in the chat for that. I got to do a baseball card one. I do. Soon, and it's slow time here, so maybe in the next week or so I'll do one. I'm going to do. I want to stand up and get a box. I got a derelict, although it is a baseball card exchange authenticated box, but it's crappy. What is this? A 90 tops? Some crap, 88, 89 tops. So I'll rip this thing one day. I do have I got 86 tops, 86 Fleer. I think I got an 87 Fleer sealed like that. It's tough. I've been looking for trying to find some old wax stuff. I got to take a ride to my local, see if they have anything in stock. Although I do have a lot of newer stuff from like 2022, 2021. I still didn't open. But that's not as fun as the old stuff. I like the old stuff. You know. Daniel King Hobbin. Here we go. Dan Book is in the house. Facebook rep it. 4 likes on Facebook. It's a new high. Rick Wild. Love it. Rick Wild's in the chat. Daniel, Mike, Dennis. Thank you all. All right, here we go. 3, I will share World Series. O's, yes. Jays, yes. Rangers. I don't hate any of these. I mean, the Rangers repeating is tough. Jays and Orioles, how I feel about the Jays staff. I said it last year. I thought it was the best staff in American League. Orioles bringing Burns, excellent. Him and Rodriguez. I know Miz wanted to trade Grayson Rodriguez for nothing. I wish we could have gotten him for Josh Donaldson, because I know Miz thinks Grayson Rodriguez terrible. Yeah, I like the Orioles. Now their odds are down at 250 to win the AL East, so I would rather go Toronto at a 450 spot to win there. And again, probably the Braves. I like the Braves better than the Dodgers. I do not like the Dodgers pitching staff. Player prop king, my guy. 2-2 NBA. I say 2-0 on the hockey. 2-0 in college basketball. That looks like a 6-2 day. I think that's a winner. Shout out to Razor Sharp. Razor's going to come in here and harass me that Taylor Swift has more Super Bowl wings than the Dallas Cowboys and Tony Romo and Dak Prescott. Thank you, Razor. If you don't follow Razor on Twitter or YouTube, I'm not a big horse guy. Razor does a horse show that is ridiculous. I think he just won 20 grand the other day. Some kind of $3 bet. If I don't know horses one bit unless it's and you do shows at the same time because the tracks start up, so I kind of miss this stuff. But if you like horses, here's your cat, and not just horses. I shouldn't say that. He's a winner. Met him through the pub crew. Thanks for popping in, Razor. Texas Tunk. Yeah, never in doubt winner. I was with you on that one. Hit the like button and share for fun. I appreciate it, Razor. Thanks for popping in. Good to see you. And I had your pack to win the North last year. I'm going to follow it up with the pack to win the North again this year. I'm a Jordan Love supporter. Didn't like him in the playoffs, but I liked him for the regular season. What's your opinion on attending Bet Bash? Listen, I liked it. You know, I like to go out because I like to see some people I don't get to see all the time. I gotta say, I don't know if intimidated is the right word, but I was definitely the dumbest guy. I felt like, I'm a small fry out there when you see these cats and out there and the way they're talking. I'm not some MIT mathematician. These guys are carrying degrees around. I didn't go to school. I'm just been betting since freaking 1990, bro. Like uh, as I joke, like being like an old school kind of guy. I just am, So I don't really fit in with that. There's a lot of young guys, young cats out there in their 20s. What do I got? I don't got nothing to comment with those guys. It go. Listen now, if you got, I bought the VIP. It was $1,000. It was all right. I think it was worth it. I can't go for a week. I can't. My wife's like, you're not going for a week. My wife, I've gone out to Vegas all but I think 2 years since 2007. I've gone out every year, every summer. And I normally go for like a Sunday to Thursday, Monday to Thursday, just a couple days during the week. I don't need weekends because I don't need that headache of a bunch of amateurs acting a fool. But I went the full week because it started on, I think, the meet and greet was like a Tuesday night or something. And I went out early so I could roll in. I wanted to go see Mitchell and Gil those for their morning shows on Monday. And then Tuesday I could sleep in. So I like to just spend the day walking around. I may, as much as I go out every year, it changes all the time. Like, like I'm a tourist kind of guy. Like I'll walk the strip. I'll walk the entire way, one way, and I'll come up the other side. I'll go down to the Orleans. I'll hang out at Fremont and go off my museum. I'll go to the Pawn Stars. My buddy has a barbershop tattoo joint. Used to be from Jersey. He's been out there for a while. I stop by there, get a shave. Maybe I'll get a big llama tattoo on my ass or something. I go. I'd say go. I'd say go if you have the money. Go. It's interesting. Again, they want to do all different kind of things this year. He's looking to do. I don't know. It was all right. Like I said, I met a couple people. I met a really good guy out there. It's gonna work out. Might do a Baylor first half off the Kansas loss. A little bounce back. I cannot lay a big number of Baylor full game because they cannot shoot free throws. They can't shoot free throws, but they can shoot threes. They can rebound like champs. And the Sooners on the road. I can tell you how they are on the road. I got it. You beat K-State by 20. Beat Cincy by 4. You lost by 11 Central Florida, 12 to Kansas, 9 to Texas Christian. 63, 66, 69. You can't score 70. I don't think you're going to win many games Baylor 12-1 at home. Only lost 105, 102 in triple OT. Diamondbacks to win the AL 60-25. Cubbies 90. I can't. The Cubbies. I did the Cubby train last year. Arizona win total again. Yes, I don't know if they to win the. I need another. I still need a pitcher besides Rodriguez. Ole Miss team total over should get there. I'm worried about them on the road because Auburn crushed them. Franz Wagner, that's your guy. Over 3.5 assists. I'm going to grab some Franz Wagner tonight. Franz Wagner over 3.5 asses. And we got a Franzi over points as well. Same game. Bradley Beal over 1.5 threes. Over 19.5 points at the DK. Well, that should get there if he gets the threes. And the points should all go hand in hand. Michigan. I mean, I get taking a big number there, the truth. And being a Detroit person, I guess you feel they're going to cover versus the Illini. I'm not running. I am not running to that. I just grabbed the future with San Diego State to win the Mountain West. I like it. They're tough. They're tough. There we go. J-Rod MVP. I can't do it. I don't think he has a team around him that had that type of year. Yeah, I mean, he's going to need a monster year because you're still going to have somebody on Texas have a big year. Like, give me one of the Texas guys, Seager, Simeon, Garcia, to have a big year, right? I mean, Yordi. I had a Yordi MVP last year. I'm not looking at Judge. Maybe somebody on the Orioles breaks out, has a monster. You know, is Rushman having that year? Does Bichette bounce back? I mean, it's Yordi and some of the Rangers guys. 16th like Wolverine basketball. All right, that's another Wolverine. Wolverines. 89 top. Sheffield's, Johnson rookies. No Griffey was in traded set. I got to buy a couple boxes of 89 Fleer. I want the Billy Ripken the F face error card. Yeah, Mike and Anthony will tell you, you spend all the money like on boxes, on wax, and doing all this stuff, and it's like I could just buy the freaking card for like $22, and yet I'm buying $350 worth of boxes. But to me, opening the old stuff is the fun part because you go through them, you laugh. Some of the guys' names, like, oh my goodness, I remember this guy. But again, for me, I have every set tops Donruss Fleer 81 to 87. I got all sets except for 84 Donruss I got to get. But they're a little tougher to come by now. As much as they made all that junk wax back in the day, I feel that anything after 87 is more junky. Like 81, 86. I don't consider 86 a junk year. And 87 is like a borderline kind of junk year. But after that, it's all downhill. Even the newer cards, I consider junk wax. Even though, okay, you got a signature card or a numbered. Everything else, there's still 80,000 base cards. Texas should get Monty. Won a series for them last year. Can't wait for DeGrom's saga this year. They should re-sign him. Yes. I don't know why you wouldn't. Snell, I know Snell's out there. I'm not looking to pay him. The guy wants like a 6 or 7 year deal. That ain't happening. I don't know why nobody's, are you going to get flack for Trevor Bauer at a league minimum because the Dodgers are still paying him $30 million? You can never have enough pitching. You guys think the Blue Jays are going to win the World Series with what pitching? I'd probably go Philly if I had to do it now. What pitching? I don't know, man. Gaussman is a Cy Young type pitcher, number one for them. You might not like Barrios, but the dude is a solid pitcher. You have Bissett still on that team, if I remember correctly, right? People don't like Barrios. I get it. Bissett's good when he's healthy. You got Gausman. Now, question mark is Manoah. Is that going to be his rookie guy? Is he going to be a terrible guy from last year? I think he got too fat last year. I think he'll be all right. And then you got Kikuchi Ryu. I I don't know. I like the staff. I mean, who's got a better staff in the American League? I mean, I like Cleveland staff, but they got no bats. I mean, Gaspin's a beast. I mean, look, Bissett, good year. Barrios, good year. Kikuchi had a solid year. I mean, Manoah was terrible. Super Bowl 59 is in New Orleans, and as a Saints fan, we are looking up. I just don't trust in the South. No, no, you guys aren't even winning the South. You guys lose to Tampa Bay again. I mean, maybe the Falcons beat you. It's in New Orleans. You're just a host team. So everybody a good club. That's all you guys got going on next year. My wife has not gone to Vegas since 2006. She refuses to go. We were going to go. That's a lie. We had our flight planned, room booked uh, during COVID, and we booked it before COVID because I booked it in March before everything shut down. Because I wanted to get out there for the football contest, and it was during, I don't know if it was Circa weekend or Super Westgate Super Contest weekend. I had set up for us to go out, and then the world shut down, and then people in Vegas were like, "Don't come out, it's terrible," and that was it. Then that was in August. I sold my house in October. I moved in May. Um, the kids finished up school. They came out in the end of June, and I didn't go that year because uh, after we sold the house, we were in an apartment. So sometimes we were in an apartment, sometimes we were at my parents' house. It wasn't really a good family living for, it was stuff for a little bit. Then I was out here for 2 months without them. So we didn't go. Um, but the kids want to go. I almost went out for this Thanksgiving. I had something set up over at South Point. The guys were going to hook me up over there. And I don't, we just had, I don't know, some stuff came up, and I was like, all right, we can't do it this, and I want to because it would have been nice. We would have went out for the whole week. We were going to go Sunday to like Friday for Thanksgiving and stay there for Thanksgiving. Um, I just, I got well, my son's 17, my daughter's birthday's next couple weeks. She'll be 14. I don't want to be. I mean, listen, they're not prude kids. It's just wacky out there. You walk the strip and there's freaking like naked people. That's kind of like ridiculous. Um, I gotta find my wife. If we go anywhere, I gotta bring my mom. And a week in Vegas is just a long time, bro. What are we doing in Vegas? I gotta rent a car. All right. I go solo. It's easy. Carry on bag, two pairs of basketball shorts, a pair of khaki cargo shorts. Two of these, that's it. You know, I'm in a sports book. I'm eating a sandwich. I'm not doing anything. I got them. I need pool. Are we going to see uh, the Grand Canyon, Hoover Dam? Are we going to go rent a tank and drive over cars? What do we do? They're just like I sit at the pool. My son's he's 17. You think he's 17? Think he wants to go out? He just wants to hang out with his boys. Michigan's still missing Doug McDaniels. They don't have a point guard. The backup point guard has been out for months. I'm not looking to take Michigan. Dez is saying, Solar, yes, they signed him from the Marlins. Where's the offense coming from the Marlins? Marlins need some offense. Marlins need offense. All right, we talked baseball. We talked Vegas. We talked my family vacation. Let's talk about the plays today, and we'll wrap it up. Illinois under 153.5. LSU plus 10.5. Baylor minus 6.5. GW plus 9.5. Butler plus 4.5. Providence money line, not minus 110 points. NBA. Kings +5. Oilers under 6.5 on the ice. That is a wrap for the Tuesday show. Late night money will be here tonight, midnight, 11 Central, 9 p.m. on the West Coast. Michael B with a baseball. I had to pull this up. 84 Fleer update. Kirby, Clemens, Doc rookies, PSA 10 Puckett. Puckett was one of my favorite players. Little pudgy guy who played like Griffey. Yeah, Puckett was really good. You like the North Carolina over. I like North Carolina and the under in that game against Syracuse tonight. I'm out of here.